Let's continue down the corn rabbit hole, making a sweet corn old-fashioned using tequila. Let's go. I recently made an elote old-fashioned to see if I could make a tasty treat of Mexican street corn into an old-fashioned. It was a crazy idea and a crazy drink, and I was really surprised and happy with the result. If you have not seen that video, I will leave a link to it right here. Well, in doing the research and the development of that drink, I went down a crazy corn rabbit hole. My brain thought about corn for weeks.
Flour, corn, no gluten, corn.
In doing so, I made what I called a corn on the cob simple syrup. This simple syrup was so good, I did not want to waste it, and I wanted to come up with a few more drinks to use it in. Of course, my drinks are going to be in the old-fashioned style.
Old school styles.
However, if you have any good corn cocktails, please share them in the comments below. In my research, I found an interesting drink using tequila, and I decided to use that as inspiration for this cocktail. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not a big tequila drinker, but for some reason, the idea of tequila and corn sounded super tasty to me. Cocktail quiz time! What did Mexican physicists find out about the chemical composition of tequila? It is harder than you think. I have previously made an old-fashioned using mezcal and tequila, and it ended up being one of my favorites. I will leave a link for that right here. What is your favorite tequila drink? Leave that in the comments below. And did you know that margarita is actually the most common tequila drink? Now, this old-fashioned did pleasantly surprise me, but for some reason, tequila and corn seem to be a match made in heaven.
In heaven.
What do corn and tequila have in common? They both originated in Mexico. Corn was cultivated in Mexico about 10,000 years ago, and tequila was first produced in the 16th century in the town of Tequila, which is located in the state of Jalisco. Well, let's start making a sweet corn old-fashioned. Making sweet corn old-fashioned ingredients. 2 ounces of Corazon Anejo. In our case, Corazon Anejo George T. Stagg. Half an ounce corn on the cob simple syrup. 1 or 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Orange peel. Let's start making the sweet corn old-fashioned. So in a mixing glass, we're gonna add half an ounce of this corn on the cob simple syrup. And the recipe how to make that will be in the description below. Next, we're gonna add 1 or 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. No min-me. Add an extra. And we're gonna be adding 2 ounces of Tequila Anejo. And on this one, it's Corazon Anejo, but I just happen to have the Corazon Anejo George T. Stagg. So I'm gonna use this one instead. And we're gonna add 2 ounces of this. But at home, use whatever tequila you have. An Anejo would probably be better, but if you don't like them, then use what you have.
We all use what we got, kid.
Now we're gonna add some ice, and we're gonna stir into chilled. I'm gonna strain into this glass with a large ice. I just happen to have a diamond ice today, so that's what it's gonna go over. I think it'll look prettier that way anyways. Pour that in there. Last but not least, we're gonna express the orange peel all over the drink. And then we're gonna garnish with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that on the side there. And there you go, the sweet corn old-fashioned. Cocktail quiz time. What did Mexican physicists find out about the chemical composition of tequila? Mexican physicists found out that the chemical composition of tequila lies within the diamond growth region, and they actually produce diamonds using it. Crazy, huh? So here we go. We're gonna taste the sweet corn añejo. Now, funny thing about this is I am using the George T. Stagg, and this is the Corazon Anejo. And my buddy over there, Everyday Drinker, did a blind with this that I had sent him. And it's interesting because on his blind, the añejo won. So it's okay to use a Corazon Anejo if that's what you have at home. That's what he preferred to drink by itself. So you might prefer it that way. If you haven't seen this video, I'll leave a link to it right here. So let's go ahead and taste the sweet corn old fashioned. Ooh, on the nose, you do get that orange oils that you expressed over, and that's really what hits you and just stays there. Let's go ahead and taste it now. Oh wow, okay. I really do like this one. I don't know if I said this before, but I'm not much of a tequila person. I did drink a little too much tequila before in my younger days, so I tend not to drink it as much anymore. But this drink actually highlights it very, very well. I could actually drink this quite a few times over and over again, so I'm gonna go in for another sip.
Drink, drink, drink.
I think it's the corn and the Cobb simple syrup that actually helps mild this out and mild out the tequila. You still taste the tequila, you still get the good taste of this Corazon tequila, and then I also taste the bitters. I did add a lot of bitters. I do prefer bitters, so if you're not much of a bitters person, you might want to take that down to 1 dash, maybe 2 at the most. But right now that my Angostura bitters is kind of towards the end, it is dashing out some big dashes, but I don't mind. I like it. But I think that also helped with the tequila because, as I said, not much a tequila person, but this highlights everything balanced very, very well. So I'm not pushing too much tequila, I'm not tasting too much Angostura bitters, and I'm not tasting a whole bunch of this corn simple syrup. But what I'm getting is a nice balance. I smell the orange, I taste the bitters, I taste the tequila, and I taste the sweetness at the end. And that's actually what stays on my tongue. A little bit of warmth, a little bit of sweetness that stays on here. This is one I would actually drink again. Wish my wife was here so I could actually share this with her because I think she really enjoyed this one. And that's because she doesn't like tequila either. Now, my daughter HRH, she does like tequila, and she probably would enjoy this one too. So, friends, thank you again for joining me on another journey down my old-fashioned rabbit hole. Till our next time, cheers.